GameFi is going to set the standard for SocialFi, right? So decentralized finance wrapped in a game, GameFi. SocialFi is where your character actually has yield, opportunity, prestige, exclusivity, instead of like this air quote influencer bracket of Instagram models or people on YouTube or all the rest of that. It's your in-game character that has that. But what happens when that in-game character creates in-game content that then goes and becomes a PewDiePie or all the rest of that type of stuff? That will happen. I assure you it's going to happen within the next several years.
And to give credit where credit's due, starting at the top, part of the elegance and beauty of what Jacob has done here, that I'm sure Larry can attest to much more in depth on personal experiential level, but Jacob has broken down the task of bringing a perfect product market fit, and I'll leave a pin in that for Larry to comment on later, to the blockchain with this, by bringing a game that people can actually be entertained and amused while they're earning. And as a side comment, before I let Larry put his own words out of his mouth on what play and earn and why that's perfect market fit, not product market fit.
Right.
There's a lot of casino talk in blockchain in general, and I'm only aware of Jacob's developments because of Larry's soliciting my attention for this project and my dive in since then. But in my cursory looking into, I'm aware that I was aware of BNB, some things in the background, but again, just not personally. I'm dealing with other things right now, but apparently there's a lot of personal casino talk in the ecosystem here as well. One of the best casino strategies that I've heard, as far as mental health wise can go at least, is being willing to play with, going in and being willing to lose, play with what you're willing to lose, and taking winning completely out of the equation and being able to just have fun. Like, if you only have fun while your time that was spent there, would it still have been time well spent? If you are genuinely enjoying the company, the connection, whatever you're engaging in, whatever you're getting out of it, and then you have a budget for what that means to you, and then you go and spend that budget on that time, that's one of the healthiest strategies or most sustainable strategies that you can have long-term in any casino environment. So with that in mind, the play and earn model that Jacob has had the cojones to bring a game to the blockchain. First of all, so Jake, starting at the top here, Godfather within the game, but then going even further outside into the metaverse or ethers, if you want, we're all here because this game exists both on Pulse Chain and Binance, and many of us specifically because it exists on Pulse Chain, and Pulse Chain exists because of the efforts that Richard Hart and his community sacrificed for back during, the time that was the phase that blockchain development was at. That's, it's a great war-torn story time, and there's been a lot of stuff that's happened since then. But where we're at now, the beauty, the abundance, the opportunity that's around us, Jacob's brought this into chunkable, workable models. And here's the best part. Here's my final thing is I'm proposing that this could be the next iteration to get eyeballs, that we're looking for, that people are like, what's going to be the next Uniswap? What's going to be this could be the thing. I'm proposing it could be that. However, even if it isn't, worst case scenario, say there's a critical error made or not enough resources or attention pumped into it, whatever. Don't you think, Larry just spent a lot of time looking for some numbers about money that's pumped into the gaming industry every year. This is already proof of concept. It's on the blockchain. It's timestamped. This is innovative. You got a lot of people here from various walks of life and various data points telling you that it's important in whatever, for whatever reasons or to them. The guys who have $10-20 million to dump into a project later. So again, whether this succeeds or fails, their research scientists are going to be aware of the proof of concept model that Jacob has built here. I can say that with high confidence, knowing what I know about being involved in many different expert fields and how people communicate and different things. The people who, whatever the GameFi is that comes to the blockchain, it will be fundamentally influenced by what happens here, which means that everything that we're doing, how we're engaging, how we're participating matters. We're literally, bringing our time, energy, attention, money to the blockchain, to the community, to the Web 2 on these streams to Web 3 and beyond, and the all of it in our interpersonal interactions at the meetups. So this stuff is care is fundamental. Literally, it is the fundamental key to what creates what you experience, because what you care enough about to pay attention to, spend time on, and exchange energy with, or money, which is the universal thing that we use to exchange energy with. Bitcoin was the monetization of energy. Hex was the monetization of time. We got attention here, but protect your meat and protect your team, because what you spend your time, what you care enough to spend time on, pay attention to, exchange energy with, that literally creates the worlds that you experience within yourself, and then emanating without, reverberating back in, and input, output, processing again. So that's my 2 cents.